Season 3 of Bojack Horseman is finally here, and I binged it in like 2 days. And man, it continues to impress. I'm dumbfounded as to how they can make this show so good. In the second season, it was about Bojack filming Secretariat. In this season, it's him going on a publicity tour so he can get some accolades and hopefully get nominated for an Oscar. That is, with the help of his publicist Anna, who is very no-nonsense and tells Bojack exactly what to do. We also have Princess Carolyn figuring out what she wants to do with her company, Mr. Peanut Butter and Diane keeping their relationship together, and even Todd getting some character development. And this season is really all about purpose. I mean, the whole series is, but this season especially. Like, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want to live for? Sometimes it's hard to figure out, sometimes it's staring you right in the face. And the season's also about happiness, whether the paths that you've chosen in life will lead you to your purpose, or if you've just messed it up. A couple of notable episodes include one that was a flashback to 2007. Where Bojack was creating this very edgy show, and Sarah Lynn was starting to go off the deep end, which led her to the life of drugs and everything. And that comes into play much later in the season with Bojack, and it becomes a very, very emotional episode. But by far, my favorite episode of the season is episode 4, where Bojack goes to this underwater city in the Pacific Ocean to promote his film. And almost the entire episode is silent, because Bojack can't understand this fish language, so all you hear are just like these bubbling noises. And it gives this sense of isolation and this feeling of being in a foreign place. And Bojack has to look after this seahorse baby that follows him around, and the music that accompanies everything in this episode is great. This cartoon shows just how powerful adult animation can be. And I'm so glad that Netflix is supporting it because I'm not sure if it would survive on TV. Tom and I talked a lot about this season on the last POS podcast, so if you wanted to see our discussion on it, I'll link it here. There's a lot more stuff that we talk about there, including spoilers. So check it out if you haven't seen the latest podcast. And if you still haven't seen Bojack Horseman, I highly recommend it. It's really good. So what are your thoughts on Season 3 of Bojack Horseman? Tell me what you thought down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to take it.